Hi Stampers, this is Lisa with Queen Bee Creations. Welcome to my live. You're either over there on Facebook or on YouTube, and this is normally live. Today it's a pre-recorded video because I am out of town. I am actually in New Orleans with my husband for Backstage, which is Stampin' Up's leadership convention, and hopefully I'm going to come home with some exciting stuff to share with you. But in the meantime, I didn't want you to miss out on all that's happening with Stampin' Up as we are like rolling into the end of celebration. There's only 72 hours left to get your trifecta, which is what I'm referring to as ordering from me. You would get your celebration reward, your customer appreciation PDF, and while I'm gone, I have an extra little incentive that if you order from me during the time I'm away, you will also get these great sequins out of our holiday catalog. These right here, they are gorgeous and they are flat, which is a definite bonus because they can be put through the mail. If you're telling me, oh, Lisa, I've got everything I want, I don't need anything else out of this celebration brochure, I got you covered there too. We have this new flyer with more to celebrate, and it's a bunch of things out of our annual catalog. And then with the holiday seasons coming back up, I don't know about you, but I can't seem to get enough of the brushed metallic and the silver foil. And I was not going to get the aspen tree dies or the dots and spots until they were free. And then, hey, they're free, right? So if you wanted any of these things, they are available as Stampin' Up celebration rewards, but you have to remember to use the item number that is on the flyer, which you can pull off my website, or is in the online store, which you can also get to from my website. So more free options. And I am today working with the Playful Piggies because there is a new die set that came out, or is going to come out the first of the month. September 1st, they're releasing 6 more die sets. And these are die sets that will coordinate with stamps that have already been in our catalog. Some are out of our annual catalog, and some of them are out of the holiday catalog, the July to December mini. And you can also, if you buy them together, get them at the 10% bundle. But this is kind of a while supplies last. So they're hoping the entire month of September. But if people go nuts, they could run out sooner. So you might want to hop on that if there is something in there that you are really excited about. Like I said, this week I'm playing with this little piggy's birthday. And then this birthday piggy, sorry. And then next week I'm doing the tree trimmings and then the waterfall dies after that. So I will be playing with several things out of there. Today we are making this double corner fold card. I don't know if you've seen this one online before. I have done it before where it's been just one corner folded over. And today we're doing 2 because it kind of looks like a barn, kind of. But he's out in the woods. And this is that was it Woodland Friends paper? Look up the name. I knew the name until, I went live and the camera happened. But this paper was designed to go with a different stamp set, and I just thought it looked cute. Happy Forest Friends, that's what it is. This is the DSP we're using right here. And you could put them amongst the trees here. I've got, some different trees here. We're just going to kind of play around. We're starting out like we almost always do with a standard card base. So I have my piece that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I have 2 more pieces that were 4 inches by 5 1/4. So it would be your normal layer. And then I came in and I cut off the corners. And I did that before I got on camera. Probably wasn't a smart move. So I have another piece here and I was going to show you. What I did was I took my 4 inch by 5 1/4 piece of cardstock and I set it down in the corner of my paper down here. Because on this one, we're going to go over 2 inches. So on my DSP, I want to go over 1 7/8. And so that's one little tick mark under the 2. I don't know if you guys can quite pick up on that, but the 2 is right here, and I'm going over one little line, and I can go over this way and I can go up this way. And then I'm just going to cut between the 2, and that's what gave me this shape. I apologize I didn't do that on camera, but I was trying to make sure I stuck with my orientation, because you know how the camera makes me a little bit loopy. And I wanted to make sure that inside layer was with him standing upright, and the outside layer was my trees going upright, and they are kind of in reverse. So they had to be, these were cut off the bottom, these were cut off the top. So that was my thinking and why I kind of did that. But anyway, so I also have the dies that are used with this little piggy, this birthday piggy. Let's see, here we go. And the dies have this adorable little wagon. And so I wanted to put him in the wagon as we go through the forest. Now the wagon itself, I die cut out of soft suede cardstock. And then I used a piece of basic black that had the adhesive sheet on the back. And there's a separate little die for the handle and another die for the wheels. So they were cut out separate on basic black with adhesive sheet on the back to make them easy to apply. If you don't have the adhesive sheet, liquid glue will work. And then I popped him up on dimensionals. So we will do that. For the inside corners, I'm going to have to do it on this one. I can show you on this one because this won't make a difference. There's no up and down. So I'm going to come over to 1 7/8, 1 7/8, and I'm going to flip it and do the same thing over here. 1 7/8, 1 7/8. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my trimmer. And I'm going to go from mark to mark. I'm going to flip over and do the other one. And that's what's giving us this cute little piece that goes in the middle. I did it in pencil so we can easily remove those marks. And then there was also the middle pieces. If you'll notice, there's little triangles in here. So I picked a piece of paper that did not have a direction to it because, you know, once we start spinning the triangles, they're all going to go in different directions. But I got all 4 of those by taking a 2.5 by 2.5 and then cutting it one direction and then turning and cutting it the other direction. And I try to start on the flats, either in the middle or on a flat side. I don't like to make the blade slide into a point because it has a tendency to smash the point, and I don't necessarily want to do that. So when I did my first cut, I picked it up and I dropped it in the middle. This one, I started from the flat end. But there's going to be our 4 corners for inside. And so that's all our layers. Now we get to start stamping, right? Oh, and we need to do our corners. Okay, so work on that. We're going to go from 2 inches to 2 inches. So again, I could use the grid paper. I can use my trimmer. And then I'm just going to score this time. Be careful not to cut Ask me how I know. That you want to score back and forth between those 2 points. Okay, so it gives me a really good score line on one side, and it's a little weaker on the other. But that's why we have our bone folders. We can come in and stiffen that up. I'm just trying to get this inside fold. So there's one side. Again, we can erase our little marks. Don't need those anymore. All right. So we're going to stamp on this one. So I'm going to leave that to the side. This one doesn't have anything, so that can go straight on. And I'm getting rid of little pieces so I have less things to lose. And then these ones I think I'm going to put on with liquid glue so that I can get into the corners. I don't want those lifting. Oh, there. They're in the woods. They blended right in. I think I might need a new trimmer blade soon. If I don't need a new trimmer blade, I need to clean, because one of the things you'll notice is that this groove here may get lots of little paper bits in it, and if you slide a piece of cardstock down there, you can get a lot of little fuzzy things out of there, and it'll make it cut better. So make sure you do that every once in a while, because you may end up replacing blades when you don't need to. Might have been just a little bit of fuzz in your way. There's the first part of our card. Now we get to stamping. I'll need this, and then I'll need a piece of white. So I'm just going to kind of measure my piggy here. Looks like he's about 2 1/4. always go 2.5, so I have a little extra room. And we're going to do that in Memento because I'm going to color with Stampin' Blends. I have a sentiment. This little piggy says happy birthday. I'm going to go ahead and do that in Sweet Sorbet. Take your pick tool, it comes in handy. Nifty little things like this. Yep. So I'm just adhering it right over the top of the other one. Again, liquid glue may work really well here because you'd have that wiggle time. I'm going to start out with Old Olive for the leaves here. And the little grass pieces, since my card base is Old Olive. Gotta love that Stampin' Up! Color coordination. Dark Daffodil Delight for the center of those flowers and our candle flame. And with Light Daffodil Delight, do a little blending on our cake. I use Light Orchid Oasis for the candle and the plate. And bronze for the dirt. As I've said before, I kind of like the bronze because it's got a warmer tone to it. Dark smoky slate for his hooves. Use Sweet Sorbet on the flowers. like how it gives it a nice pop of a bright color, but not being too overwhelming. This is the dark. And then start with our balloon. Might want to come in with a little color lifter just to give it some pop. This is some Wink Stella. And then I'm going to use, here we go, Petal Pink on the pig. Not a quick and dirty coloring job, but you get the idea. Using a little bit of the dark in where it might be shadowed. And then filling in with the light. Make small circles where the two colors intertwine to help with the blending. There we go. This is ready for inside. Okay, the piggy on the outside, we're going to die cut. That's another thing you can use those dies for. And I set them to the side. There we go. Maybe this guy here with the balloon. You could even cut him out a little hat, some streamers, some confetti, a bow that goes on the little present. Lots of cute little fun things we could do. Right under my nose. Looking all over for the plates, and they're right there. I've got this backwards. Okay, so I'm going to cut off the little cake, and I'm going to put the cake on the inside, and then my little piggy's going to go in the wagon on the outside. So I'm just giving this a little bit of a trim. It's probably not necessary since it's going to be white on white, but here I am doing it anyway. And be careful not to give it too much glue. Then we just have to decide where we want him on the front. Kind of like the little bird, and I want to cover him up. So I think I'm going to move my piggy forward some. And put him right there. And then I'm going to put the wagon on using mini dimensionals. And I'm actually going to use the edge because I want it to be hidden as much as possible, since these are nice and thin. Might even be too big, huh? So as I look at it on there, I can kind of see the base of it. So I'm going to come back to this side and just snip that off. There we go. Now I can't see it. Okay, then I'm just going to set the wagon right over the top of him so he looks like he's riding inside. So how cute is that? There's our little double corner fold card. So I hope you enjoyed working with this birthday piggy. As I said earlier, I am in New Orleans right now and about to head home. If you place an order while I'm gone, you get that extra little bonus of the seasonal sequins that I will be sending you as a thank you gift for ordering from me while I'm gone. And then you would also earn the celebration rewards, of which there's the new options, and you would earn our customer appreciation PDF. So lots of fun stuff. And then when I'm back, we're going to play with yet another piggy. And this one, he's attached on a little magnet. So how cute is that? He just kind of pushes back and forth, sliding on the front of the card based on a little magnet that's inside. And so on Thursday, when I'm back, I will show you how I do that. And then we'll also make one flat without the magnet so you can see another easier way to do it. But that's our birthday piggy. Have a great day. Thanks.